This is ABC 7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hi, I'm Ray Collins. Haley is off tonight. We're learning more tonight about the dozen or so arrests for men who thought they were setting up trysts with minors online. Instead, they were talking to police detectives. More now from Kate Flexter, who spoke to the sheriff's office today. Kate, what did you find out today?
Well, Ray, the sting took place over just a few days, and in that short amount of time, the sheriff's office managed to make 18 arrests.
For law enforcement, much of the job is on the streets. But for one group of Manatee County Sheriff's detectives, the job is instead behind a screen. Their only weapon, a keyboard.
We have our detectives go online and they work up a chat with someone.
In these cases, that someone is an alleged sexual predator seeking out minors on the internet.
That leads to that someone coming to meet with the detective who they think is a juvenile, and the person thinks that they're meeting up for a sexual encounter.
And this isn't the first time. The sheriff's office has done 5 of these operations, resulting in more than 100 arrests. Detectives say the internet allows predators to take advantage of young people that don't know any better.
They're not sure what they're getting into. They're not aware of what they're getting into, and before they know it, they're in a bad situation.
Brooke Bello of an organization called More to Life says kids are particularly vulnerable on the internet.
It's their safe place. They grew up in technology. They trust it more than those of us that didn't grow up in it or weren't born into it. And predators know that.
Bello teaches internet safety classes and says policing the internet is a tough job. That's why she says parents need to be aware and have an internet protocol in the home.
If the kid is at home at night, close the door, okay, good night. If they have their phone, like we say, they have the whole world in their pocket.
The sheriff's office agrees that protecting children from becoming victims begins in the home.
We encourage parents to sit down and talk to their kids and say, listen, this is what can happen. Right. You know, you have to kind of monitor yourself at times.
There are still 2 more arrests that are pending. Ray?
So, Kate, 18 suspects. Is that a good-sized bust for the sheriff's office?
This was actually a smaller bust. As they continue doing these sting operations, they generally see a decrease in the number of arrests.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Other news now, call it a sign of the times. Local church leaders are being trained on dealing with active shooters. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office had its first ever class called Safety Plans for Houses of Worship. The event drew some 40 people. Crime experts say it's important to have an emergency plan in place.
They need to think about what if it happens here. And then they need to also prepare the congregation and have some type of plan in place to act upon just in case the what if happens.
Deputies are offering to visit area churches to inspect their respective security plans. The red flags are up around the Venice Pier tonight. Sarasota County health officials say water quality tests show unsafe levels of bacteria. The beach is open, but the water is off limits for now. More test results are due back tomorrow. Let's check tomorrow's forecast now from our chief meteorologist, Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Ray, thanks a lot. I'll tell you what we are looking at this evening is a trough of low pressure, if you will, a line of low pressure, no centralized area of rotation or circulation, although some models are hinting at that over the weekend. We may see a low developing here. What we have is the flow is basically counterclockwise, and that's bringing us this onshore flow. And with that in mind, there's a good chance we'll see similar conditions that we saw today with showers and storms developing here in the Gulf of Mexico during the early morning hours and eventually working onshore just after sunrise. Nothing going on now, but boy, big storms earlier this morning, over 2 inches of rainfall right there at, again, Longboat Pass near Beer Can Island and places to the north near Holmes Beach up to 1.5 inches of rainfall. And then south of Inglewood over 1.5 inches, kind of left everything between, not much going on there, all the way up through basically Palmer Ranch up into Siesta Key. There wasn't a whole lot. Well, not a whole lot going on right now with Earl, but it left behind a little troughiness there. We'll have to keep an eye on that as far as tropical development goes, but top winds remain at 40. It's still a tropical storm, but much weaker than last night. Ray, back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Construction is underway within the Southgate Mall parking lot. Fences line the parking lot around US 41 between Bee Ridge and Siesta Drive. The mall is building 4 new restaurants, including a steakhouse, and plans also include new clothing stores as well.
We're going to continue not only the restaurant and entertainment aspects of it, but shopping is also going to continue to be a core. It's just going to be more refined. So not only will we have our national shops, but we'll have curated boutiques as well.
And the restaurants out front should be open next summer. And speaking of shopping, plenty of discounts around Florida this weekend. It's the state's back-to-school tax holiday. However, it's been scaled back this year. It used to be 10 days. Now it's 3 days this year. Fewer days, and also computers and other electronics are no longer included in the tax-free list. Clothes that cost $60 or less and school supplies under $15 will not be taxed.
The economy is doing well. People are feeling better about themselves. You combine that with high consumer confidence, a good housing market, 7-year low unemployment rate. All these factors are making people feel more confident about themselves and about their personal finances, which is allowing them to feel more comfortable spending their money.
Experts say the 3-day holiday, which runs from tomorrow until Sunday, will save customers about $28 million statewide. When classes resume next week in Manatee County, some high schools are over capacity. And that's why the county wants to build another high school, this time in the Parish area. The district owns 100 acres of land on Erie Road north of the Manatee River. If all goes as planned, the school will open in 3 years at a cost of $82 million. High schools in Lakewood Ranch and Braden River are overbooked by about 500 students, respectively. This month marks a new chapter for Fruitville Elementary School. Additions include a new 18-classroom building, renovations, a covered play area, and an expanded bus loop. The first floor of the school is designed to serve students with autism. Total price tag, more than $7 million total. A ribbon cutting is set for Wednesday. And a new head of human resources for Sarasota County. Christopher Luria will serve as director of HR. He's had 25 years experience, including 20 years for Houston-based Cisco. He replaces Joni Whitley, who is now retiring. Up next, the official Suncoast forecast from Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Plus, federal officials get up close and personal with the Zika virus as it spreads within Miami. And why some voters may be reconsidering their choice for the upcoming presidential election.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
Come uncork your inner artist at Painting with a Twist. Bring your favorite bottle of wine and appetizers and enjoy an evening out with friends to celebrate any special occasion. It's perfect for a girls' night out, birthday parties, or a fun date night. Painting with a Twist offers 2 or 3 hour classes that are instructed by local artists, and there is no experience required. We now have 2 convenient locations in Sarasota and Bradenton. Visit our website to view our calendar and schedule your next party today.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called 3-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Totoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
When the Suncoast matters most, no one covers it like ABC 7.
There's a lot of excitement here. We're standing right where those Florida delegates will sit.
I talked to some Suncoast delegates.
We were right in the thick of that.
ABC 7 News. We're here for you, Suncoast. ABC 7. your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Not a lot of sunshine today.
No, it wasn't, and this is a kind of a pattern that we're in. Unfortunately, rain, it looks like it could stick around too. I mentioned it earlier, a low pressure area. The European forecast model, which a lot of folks know has done very well as of late in predicting tropical systems, is indicating maybe a little low hanging around over the northeast Gulf of Mexico. It's not going to be anything big if it were to develop, but it would create enough onshore flow to create quite a bit of clouds and showers. We saw a little bit of sunshine, but not much this afternoon, late afternoon and evening. Really, this is from Casey Key. And there it is. There's some sunshine out there, but most of the morning we had clouds near the coast and showers. And you'll notice in the last few frames there are clouds starting to increase again in the Gulf of Mexico. And that's what we're going to see, a pattern of that happening throughout the early morning hours. And this is a great shot here as the sun was setting. You can see those clouds building off in the Gulf. Just a little glimmer of sunshine there, glimpse of sunshine from one of the Suncoast beaches there. Well, the radar picture showing some bigger storms to the north of us. That's really where most of the rain is going to be occurring. They could see up to 11 inches of rain there over the next couple of days. At least that's what the models are suggesting. Lesser amounts as you push south, and that's a result directly of the fact that they'll be closer to that area of disturbed weather, and we'll be on the southern end of it, which will mean onshore flow, which always favors these late night showers. You can see one of these outflow boundaries kind of moving off into Tampa Bay. That's going to generate some storms down the road here in the Gulf of Mexico at around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then that will push onshore. As far as rainfall estimates go, last 12 hours, not much to show you, but earlier today we did have the heavier rainfall around, and this is again showing that in the last 24 hours, up to 3 inches right there at the Longboat Pass and Cortez. Had over an inch of rain. Currently, it's fair, 82 degrees, still pretty warm, dew point 71, and the winds are calm. The pressure 30.04 inches. It's rising slightly. The high today was 90, right where it's supposed to be. That's a rarity for this summer thus far. 97, the record, that was set back in 1989, and 66, the record low temperature set back in 1971. 0.2 of an inch at the Sarasota Braden Airport, and we're below average for the year now, at least at the airport, at 5 inches. Now, you talk to folks in Northport, places in Arcadia, and even into Wauchula, they're above average because we've had a lot of inland action. Now we're going to switch that up a bit and see a lot of coastal showers developing. And then it looks like the majority of the late afternoon and evening storms will be inland. And then we'll start to see more showers and storms again right along the coast in the morning hours on Saturday. And those will have a tendency to push on inland late in the afternoon and evening. And then again, it could even stick around through Sunday. So we'll stay in this pattern, it looks like, for at least a few days. The latest on Earl, it's still a tropical storm. Top winds are just barely hanging on to tropical storm status at 40. It's moving to the west-northwest at 10. Eventually, it will be just a low tropical depression, it looks like, in a couple of days from now. Elsewhere in the tropics, not a whole lot going on. In fact, if you look back at 2004, on this date is when the tropical wave that eventually became Charlie was just moving off the African coast. Now, we have not had a hurricane strike here in the state of Florida since 2005, which is a record. Obviously, there's been 67 hurricanes in the Atlantic Basin since then, and no hurricane strikes in the state. That's a new record. It's been a very big record, too. Scattered morning storms are possible for boaters. Southeast winds, a little bit breezy in the morning, tapering off somewhat in the afternoon, and the winds and seas will be a little higher near those individual cells. The water temperature now at 90 degrees. Tides upcoming. High tide will be at 3:12, a low tide at 8:52 tomorrow morning, and another high at 2:23 in the afternoon. Well, tonight, some unsettled weather starting to develop in the Gulf and then pushing on shore by sunrise. They'll be scattered about. Not everyone's going to get the rain. And then tomorrow, variable clouds. A good chance for scattered storms at any time during the day, high near 90. And the extended forecast does call for this pattern to persist through the weekend and maybe some return of normalcy by Monday with showers and storms developing late afternoon and evening. Well, the weather cooperated yesterday as Captain Johnny Walker took some folks out who are visiting down here, actually dropping their son off at the IMG Academy, and we had a pretty good day. Here's more. On the way out, we run across this legend fishing guide, Captain Scott Moore, catching some bait. Between these two captains, there's about 80 years of experience in this bay. And you need a lot of that to catch fish in this hot water. We're talking 90-degree temperatures. When it's this hot, there's less oxygen in the bathwater, so the fish aren't as active. The key is to move around and try all the spots. Don't stay there too long. Eventually, the fish will start biting, as they did on this day. Using scaled sardines with circle hooks, Grant gets the first keeper.
Nice, nice trout. Good one. Wow.
Oh, man. And Stephanie, who's in town getting her son ready for school and football at IMG, brings in a keeper, Spanish mackerel.
Oh, yeah. Watch it now, Captain.
And JP hooks up another speckled trout.
Man, there is a big trout out here.
That's a big trout, man.
Oh, he's zipping, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. My, oh my, fun on the bay. It's like all of a sudden someone turned on the switch and the fish started chewing.
That's a big Spanish. Whoa, baby.
That is a good fish, man.
That is a big Spanish mackerel. Whoa.
And near a dock, this nice mangrove snapper, along with another keeper spotted sea trout.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, it was slow at times, as you would expect, but the fishing warmed up just like the weather.
Nice trout. Look at that.
I think he's boy, though. Right there.
Remember, take your kid fishing, because someday they may take you.
I think.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun there. Get a look at this. A 4-year-old right here, Kellen Hunt, throwing a cast net. I know a lot of adults that can't do that.
I can't do that.
He's 4 years old, and he is the grandson of Captain Scott Moore, which I showed earlier in that video, who's been fishing these waters for 40 years. Look, listen, he's excited.
It sounds like, is that him?
Yeah, that's him right there. 4-year-old Kellen, I tell you, congratulations. That's going viral, by the way, on the internet.
Oh, nice.
He's over 500,000 views thus far on Facebook, so an amazing shot right there. As far as we're concerned, we're looking good here as far as the fishing goes. I tell you, we are looking at some nice fishing weather, I think, after we get through this system, which is going to continue to bring showers and storms around in the morning in the coast. We had that this morning. Could be similar conditions again tomorrow.
And a nice event this weekend at Marina Jack.
Absolutely. We got the Sarasota Slam taking place. It benefits the Harvest House, so you want to check on that. The captain's meeting is tomorrow at Marina Jack.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Bob. Back to the news now. The fund drive to support relatives of the Pulse nightclub massacre victims has reached $23 million. The exact amount each family will get is still unclear. The fund administrator says no amount is enough for what they've gone through. It was 7 weeks ago a gunman opened fire at the Orlando club, killing 49 people and injuring 53 others. Aerial spraying taking place in that Miami neighborhood where a case of Zika was reported. And as reporter Ray Ramundi tells us, federal officials are getting a first-hand look at the impact zone.
The fight against Zika in Miami-Dade County is working. Insecticide being sprayed from high above starting Thursday morning. The northwest part of the impact zone now cleared by health officials.
We have some good news. We can take 10 blocks in the northwest corner and say we don't believe there's any active transmission of Zika.
It's been 3 days since the CDC issued a travel ban for pregnant women to the Miami neighborhood, where the first local Zika cases were found. And since then, state and local health departments have deployed over 100 teams into the field, testing more than 20,000 mosquitoes in Florida for the Zika virus. Mosquito inspectors going door to door, testing standing water, destroying any areas where breeding could occur.
Governor, how are you?
Thanks for what you do.
Thank you.
Florida's governor says no one should be afraid to visit the Sunshine State. Meantime, the president speaking out about the Miami-Dade County outbreak from the Pentagon, assuring Americans a widespread outbreak in the U.S. is not likely, and he urged Congress to act immediately to fund prevention for Zika.
I want to urge the American people to call their members of Congress and tell them to do their job. Deal with this threat, help protect the American people from Zika.
Florida's governor is requesting a detailed plan from the Obama administration so the state can work closely with FEMA on requesting emergency response funds. Ray Ramundi, ABC News, New York.
New tonight, the man who shot and killed Trayvon Martin says he was punched in the face tonight at a restaurant near Orlando. George Zimmerman says he was talking about the case where he shot the teen, he says in self-defense. Police reports say a man then walked up and punched him in the face, breaking his glasses.
He told me he was going to kill me. He told me to shoot me. He punched me in the face.
What started the argument?
He recognized me.
Zimmerman shot and killed Martin during an altercation in Sanford 4 years ago. He was found not guilty of second-degree murder and manslaughter a year later. On the campaign trail today, Donald Trump says he saw video of cash being sent to Iran. New poll numbers show a bigger lead for Hillary Clinton, and some Trump supporters are having second thoughts in some cases. Lana Zach has it all.
On the campaign trail Thursday, Donald Trump again told supporters he saw money being sent to Iran.
I woke up yesterday and I saw $400 million being flown to Iran.
These comments shocking as Trump's own spokeswoman confirmed earlier in the week that Trump actually saw this public video of American hostages arriving in Geneva and not money being flown to Iran. The president denying that the U.S. would ever pay for the release of hostages, maintaining that it was Iran's own assets that had been frozen.
There wasn't a secret. We announced them to all of you.
The president also disputed Trump's allegations that the election will be rigged.
Of course the elections will not be rigged. What does that mean?
While in Las Vegas, an impassioned Hillary Clinton taking her first question from the press in a while.
He has cheated contractors. I take that personally.
Making a comparison between her father as a small businessman and Donald Trump's foreign manufacturing and bankruptcies.
I've met people who were destroyed by Donald Trump. So take a look at what he's done, not what he says.
This comes as other Republicans are increasingly separating themselves from Trump.
I'm a Marine. For me, country comes first.
This is an ad for Republican Representative Mike Kaufman.
If Donald Trump is the president, I'll stand up to him.
And Clinton's lead continues to widen. According to the latest McClatchy-Marist poll, Clinton has opened up a 15-point advantage over Donald Trump. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
Meantime, a Rhode Island soda maker has created a new way to express your political leanings. They're called Team Hillary's Blue Raspberry Liberal Limeade and Team Donald's Strawberry Peach Populist Punch. The soda company is pitting the two candidates against each other in a soda pop poll. By keeping track of how many bottles they sell of each one, they'll release the final sales numbers on Election Day. That is what you call brilliant marketing. The Rays look for 2 in a row. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Look at what we did. I mean, really look at it.
You meet someone who you venerate.
Yes.
What do you say?
What's up? I don't know.
I'm Ray Collins. The homeless head to Siesta Key. The beach is drawing more than just tourists lately, and some merchants are not pleased.
Tomorrow on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. 2 of my favorite guests. Cash 3 and Play 4.
Surprise! We're Pick 3 and Pick 4 now.
Whoa!
But we still play exactly the same. We just got a fresh new look.
Speaking of surprises, I have one for you. Say hello to Pick 2 and Pick 5!
Introducing the complete Pick family of games.
We're family now.
The new Pick 2 and Pick 5 have joined Pick 3 and Pick 4 to give you more choices in your daily gameplay. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Now, sports.
Well, a big win for the Rays last night, but could they make it a streak? It's been a long year. The Rays hosted the Royals in a matinee game today. Top of the 4th, Royals outfielder Alex Gordon hits a 2-run homer to right center off Drew Smyly, 2-0 Royals. Bottom of the 8th, men on first and second raise the plate. Brad Miller slams into right field. All runs score. Rays go up 3-2. One last chance for the Royals. Top of 9, runners on second and third, and he struck him out. Alex Colomb strikes out the side. Rays go on to win again, 3-2. The team will host the Minnesota Twins in a series that begins tomorrow night. So the Bucs have the same quarterback for the second year in a row, but now it's a new coach. Don Brennan has more from Bucs training camp.
In order not to lose Dirk Cutter as their offensive coordinator, the Buccaneers made him their head coach in the offseason. As the head coach, he has a simple philosophy.
The best players, guys that are playing the best, are going to play. So, you know, catching up for some guys is knowing what they're doing. Catching up for some other guys is you got to play better.
A simple philosophy and a simple vocabulary, at least according to him, during a lighter moment at camp.
I don't know what ancillary means, number one. Man, I'm a kid from Pocatello, Idaho. I don't think they taught us that one in school.
In simple terms, if you don't have a quarterback in the NFL, you don't have a chance. The Bucs see signs that they have their quarterback in Jameis Winston.
Jameis is he's the motivator for our whole team. Heck, he motivates me. He's a passionate guy about football. And that passion, he tries to get it to rub off on the guys around him. I think if you ask the other guys, it does.
He's a great leader. You know, that is showing already, you know, early on in camp that we know where he's going to throw the ball on certain routes and things like that.
Winston has been connecting better on the mid-range and deep passes so far in camp, but yesterday the defense got the best of him.
Jameis had 2 bad picks today from his standpoint, but, you know, the defense is excited for them to make their plays. That was an excellent play by Levante. That's a bad decision by Jameis.
He replaced Mike Glennon as the starter last season, his rookie year, and Glennon was expected to be the backup again this year. But an injury in Cowboys camp now has them interested in Glennon as their backup.
That would be a question for Jason. I mean, no one wants to see a guy get hurt like that in training camp, but you know, that kind of talk's all speculation. I mean, we're glad Mike's on our team for right now.
Speaking of being on this team right now, players like rookie tight end Danny Vitale have to prove their worth on special teams if they're to make this roster.
I enjoy it. I love it. You know, it's a chance for me to just be an athlete out there, which is what special teams is, because I'm going to have to start on every single one if I want to make this roster. So that's something I'm prepared for and I'm excited for, and I'm just trying to work my butt off and get on every single one that I can.
I'm Don Brennan for your Suncoast Sports.
Russia has its first win of the Olympics, sort of. The IOC decided tonight most of their athletes will be allowed to compete. There had been some concern after a state-sponsored doping controversy. Opening ceremonies are set for tomorrow night in Rio. For the first time, Sarasota is sending 2 teams to the Babe Ruth World Series in Iowa. The 13 and 14 and under All-Stars will represent the Southeast next week. The boys want to have fun and also win.
It's a big deal for Sarasota, and you know, we feel that people should know about it and come out and support these kids.
We're really close, you know. We like to mess around with each other. We get on each other's nerves sometimes, you know, like guys do, but we work through it. We're good friends.
The boys will compete August 9th through 18th. The last time an under-13 team from Sarasota went to the World Series was back in 1988, and they won. Tough act to follow. Good luck, boys. Up next, some fun video from Charlotte County. Don't go to bed quite yet.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
Thank you, my fellow Americans. As your candidate for president, I will make bling affordable with Spectralite diamonds.
Spectralite diamonds are manufactured in laboratory conditions to equal the finest natural diamonds.
This political message was brought to you by Created Gems and the Bling Party.
Big bling for little change for you.
Dog days of summer got you down? Beat the heat with huge summer savings during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999, or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $18,599. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WindGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WindGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home.
Justin Timberlake Dance Challenge accepted. Charlotte County put together this music video of community members dancing, lip-syncing to JT's hit Can't Stop the Feeling. County employees and locals are all featured dancing and singing at work, including this guy, at the parks, at the beach, at landmarks, all having fun in Charlotte County. So we shared the video on suncoast.com on our Facebook page, and William Shields said, loved it immensely. Nice work, Charlotte County. Miss my former Southwest Florida home. Barbara Joschinger said, great video, but Sarasota County should take up the challenge. And then D. Stone said, great job. Hey, ABC 7, let's see your moves. Got to stretch first before I do that.
I was just doing it, but you won't see him now.
I saw that, and I'm still blushing.
Yeah.
Great video, though. Way to go down there in Charlotte County.
That is good, yeah. You think about it, Hurricane Charlie back in the day in 2004, and the recovery that they've gone through, really amazing down in there in Charlotte County.
Bounced back nicely down there in Punta Gorda. Beautiful comeback
Absolutely. We're looking at nice weather tomorrow. For the most part, in the afternoon and evening, most of the showers should be pushing well inland. We have Music on Main at Lakewood Ranch taking place tomorrow night, and that should be pretty good. Right now, we're calling for pretty good weather for that, but we'll have more information on that, of course, as we see the morning storms move on shore, and hopefully they'll get out of the way.
Unusual pattern. Okay, thank you, Bob. More video for you. Have a good night, folks.
Off from my city, off from my home, we're flying.